Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here talking to you today. A lot of you had commented on a picture that I had posted today, and it was like on 7 ways to detach. And so I decided to just do a little bit of recording like about detachment, because that's always something that it's like, how do you even really detach? Like, what does that even mean? And it's a very, very, very hard skill to practice. And I work with a lot of clients on this, and especially like parents. I think it's especially hard for parents. And I know for me personally, that's like where it shows up the hardest for me is detaching when it comes to parenting, you know? I was just gonna kind of go over some of those 7 things that were in the post today, and like several people commented on them, and I really appreciate your comments, like, because I love connecting with everyone and hearing from you, and it just brings me so much joy. And so there was a couple of friends, maybe like 6 or 7 friends that commented just on that picture. And then even a friend of mine told me that another person was like, tell Kirsten that picture really, what she posted today on detachment really helped me. And so I just love that. You know, my favorite thing is connecting. And, you know, I have found a lot of ways to connect during like this time of everything that has happened, and, you know, definitely found ways to connect. But that's like one of the most important things to me, is being able to connect with others. And I get so much joy out of that, and the relationships that I continue to build or have built in the past. But that's probably a whole nother topic that's a whole nother video topic for next time. So about connection. So I'll go on to the whole thing about detachment, because that's probably one of the problems, is that I have been always so into connecting that it probably has been a huge struggle for someone that is into connecting to then learn how to detach, right? So let's talk about the 7 things that were in that post today. So the first one, number 1, is don't give advice or help unless the person asks. Okay, so I just want you over the weekend to practice this. You can tell me then, how many times did you try to step in and help when the person absolutely did not ask? Because I have tried to do this before, and it is so difficult. This is like the hardest, probably one of the hardest ones for me. But I have a really, really good, like, best friend and colleague, Allison Basham, who I know many of you know, and she is she's pretty good at this. She practices this and focuses on this, and she'll ask, and I love it though, because she'll ask me, she'll say, do you want help with that? Or do you want me to tell you what you think, you know, what I think? Or she'll be like, can I help you with that? And then I am able to say, no, I got it. And it's just like, I just know that that's like a boundary, and it just feels so safe to be able to like not have someone just there trying to help you when you don't want it. I mean, I know that that's the worst. So just try to practice that one this weekend and let me know how that goes. And then what about this one? Number 2, leave the room if you cannot be quiet. So like, instead of biting your tongue, it even goes further, like, leave the room if you cannot shut up. So that one, I mean, that one is just like a great tool though, isn't it? Like if you're with like family over the holidays, and like, you know, especially during these times, it's like there's so many opinions, and it's like opinions about all the things that are really none of anyone's business, right? Like, I mean, like what you do, like you don't want everyone to give you their opinion, or you don't want to like be discussing like all these different topics all the time, you know? Like why, you know? So if everyone could kind of like be able to like leave the room if you can't be quiet, you know, that's like a really good tool. And you can just say like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom, or, oh, I got to go to my car for a minute. Oh, I got to go call someone. Oh, I'm going to go for a walk. And it's just like really freeing, because like then it kind of resettles you. Like if there's something that's like kind of getting stirred up, right? I've done that strategy many times. Okay. And then, and again, when it's your kids that you're like realizing you're getting too focused on controlling, that's hard to just walk away. Okay, and then focus on yourself, not on what others should be doing. Okay, that takes a constant practice of shifting back to focus on yourself and not what others should be doing all the time. But the cool part about that is there's like a really good mentor and friend of mine, Avik, who she made me make a list of all the things that brought me joy and then start trying to do them, you know? And so when I did that, it's like before you know it, you're like, oh, I didn't even focus on what anyone else was doing today, because I was too busy like doing what I enjoyed, you know? And that really starts to attract like other people, I think. Like if you're focused on what they should be doing, but then you start doing like focusing on yourself, then it seems to be like other people sometimes then also start doing things that bring them joy. You know, there's like that whole attraction of that momentum. Now, this one, number 4, let them experience their own consequences. Yeah, that is very difficult. So I would love to hear your comments about that. And then number 5, compliment what they are doing well. Now that one, like we could really do that anytime, right? If we started focusing on like, okay, I'm starting to focus on like every little thing that he's not doing or that he's doing wrong, especially like this comes up like in marriages. And it's like, well, if I could really make a list of all the things that he did well today and start complimenting him on those, that just completely shifts things. And then what about, okay, this is like where it comes into safety. Number 6, remove kids before anything becomes unsafe. So that's a good one, because when it comes to safety, I like how it's like we can do what we need to do to be safe, you know, and to keep our kids safe when it comes to safety issues. And so that is where it's like, okay, you can be very like clear on that one. And then the last one, number 7, let yourself off the hook. It's not your problem. So that one for me probably has been the most challenging, is like knowing that I'm not really responsible for others' decisions. Like I might love them, care about them, and it might hurt me to see them making mistakes or you know, even really hurting themselves or others. But I am not, I have to like let myself go emotionally, like let that go emotionally, because we're not responsible, right? It's not our problem, like if they're not doing something or it didn't work out how you wanted for them, you know, like trying to like not feel like the burden and the responsibility is on us. That one is so important. It's like trying to give yourself that just self-compassion, you know. And that one I always have to go back to, and is something that it's like kind of a foundation. Like let's start there, right? Okay, so I would love to hear like other comments you have, like which ones have been the most difficult for you. Let me know like other topics that you want me to talk about. And I really enjoy like speaking all this and connecting in this way, so I'm gonna be trying to do more of these. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and day, and let me know how this goes practicing some of these. Okay, thank you.